Hello everybody, this is Tinky Song, and today I'll teach you four little class there. I know that before I already taught you four little class there, but there was a lot of background noise in the video because I was in my grandma's house and they were cooking my lunch. So today I thought of making an alternative four little class layer. The first step is to get a cross on top. If you see an L, you do F with 2 layers, 60 move, and then undo the setup move. If you see a line, then hold it to your left and right, and then do F, 60 move, undo the setup move. If you have a dot, then do the F, 60 move F prime, and now you got a case you already learned. The next thing to do is to get the entire top side oriented, and it has 7 cases. So those are So the first one's spoon. When there's one corner on top, so look on the left and right. There's yellow here, so that's how I know it's soon. You do R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. The next one is when it's on this side. You could just learn 2 algorithms. The first one is you mirror the algorithm you learned. Or just learn another algorithm from the back and do R into R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime. I mean the U is actually U prime, so yeah. And those are just some cases. And next cases are when 2 corners are flipped. Now here's the cases. So if you have headlights, plug them to the back and do R2, D prime, R, U2, R prime, D, R, U2, R. Next is when they are 2 corners misoriented, but then they face different directions. So hold it to your left, and then do RW, U, R prime, U prime, RW, F prime, R, F. RW prime, F. So yeah. And the last case is when you have 2 corners misoriented, but they're in the opposite side. So in this case, hold it so that these 2 face each other like an L, and then do F, the fast sexy move, and then the fat sledgehammer. And the next cases are when all the corners are not oriented. So in this case, the headlights are facing that way, and the headlights are facing that way. I changed my algorithm so you'll notice it. So it's R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime. Wait, I think I get it messed up so easily. So it's R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U, R prime. U, R, U2, R prime. Yeah, that's the algorithm, so let me try that again. Alright, whatever, I'll just need to teach you. So, next you'll learn to look PLM. So, when these two need to swap, you just do the T poem, which has R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. The next is the diagonal corner swap when these two need to swap. So you do the Y prime, which is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. The next cases are the U primes. That's when three edges need to swap. So you hold the bar at the back, and then you look at these two sides. Which side has the edge that needs to go to the opposite side? And if it's here, to the right, then do R, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R2. And in cases on the left, then do R2, U, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime. So the next cases are when all the edges are disoriented. So we look here, and then we see a Z prime. That's because these two need to swap. And these two need to swap. You have to hold it like this. So it's like that. And do M prime, U prime, M2, U prime, M2, U prime, M, U2, M2, U. And then the last algorithm is the H prime. So you notice it when these two need to swap and these two need to swap, you call it any way you like. And then do M2, U prime, M2, U2, M2, U prime, M2. And that ends my 4 class light tutorial.